YK2 show, where we talk about politics facts. It is very clear in our country that the president and his debut, they are always reading from different script. Here they are, my wonder kings of the day, ready to let everything and let you know the truth of the facts. Just begin from there, my brother, you can tell us who are you, citizens they have no knowledge about you.
To this wonderful show, my name is Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Okay, you can tell us just about just think about the politics grounds. Where are you studying?
In the era of this politics, maybe it was
Azimio there.
Yeah, I started there, and that's why I know.
Okay, to my brother here.
Yeah, thank you for the share. This opportunity. My name is Joseph Bongo. Taking bachelor's degree in law. I stand as it is. I'm in the Asla Nation, the UDA led by His Excellency Dr. Ruto. Thank you.
That is Kenya Kwanza.
Yes.
Okay, Jack Musioka, you can tell us about the Azimio Kenya Kwanza. How do you see the movement? How is the progress so far?
Yeah, the progress so far is in terms of the Kenya Kwanza as opposed to the Azimio One Kenya Alliance is that the things on the ground, ama venye watu wanasema vitu wa ground ni different. As it is right now, Kenya Kwanza is winning. If elections are to be held today, Kenya Kwanza will beat Azimio One Kenya Alliance more than Amrukenge.
Marvelous. Wana Jack, about Azimio, we have a connection of many parties. I think I'm right. Just elaborate. How do you see the progress of Azimio?
Thank you so much, Brother Shep. You know, in Azimio, indeed, there are a collection of parties. And we believe that when we collect party together, then we believe that there's we bring the image of Kenya. Every tribe are in Azimio. So for us, and unlike my brother saying that when the election start now they will win, I am much confident that when the election come at this point, it is us who will win, because in Azimio we are an image of a true Kenyans. Unlike the other parties, there are very few parties there. And therefore, Kenya like Azimio, despite the challenges of immigration that taking place at this time. But I am sure that in Azimio, we are eager to win in the next coming election.
Right. I like the assertion you guys are standing for the facts. Okay, Bwana Musioka.
Yes.
Bwana Ruto once time said they are our penguin. And he said nobody can steal votes for them. Hakuna mtu akutuibia kura. But we saw him just a few days ago in USA. We say the biggest problem we have in Kenya right now is just about the democracy. Yeah, and many people were suggesting that DP Ruto has just started fearing that he will lose, and maybe that is why he went there to narrate about democracy. That he was saying this is not in Kenya right now.
It's not only the DP Ruto who went to United Kingdom to give his grievances. Even the ODM chief, Raila went there. And the fun bit in it is that when questions were asked to DP Ruto, he gave concrete answers. But I want my brother here to answer this question, that the ODM chief failed to answer. He was asked, if you really mean the best for Kenya, you were once an MP for Kibra, what did you do to Kibra which can convince us as Kenyans to vote for you to be the president? You failed to manage Kibra as a constituency, but now you are coming to us pretending that you can manage a country. You know, you cannot fail to manage your own family, then you claim to maintain or to manage a clan, which is wrong. So, my brother, explain to us, what is this that Raila can do differently other than what he did in Kibra? Because remember, as things stand up right now, Kibra stands to be the largest slum, even not in Africa, but in the world. And your candidate, who is Raila Odinga,
You should know that we are in the era of the politic, where everything is being politicized. And therefore, being that Raila Odinga had been the MP for Kibera, it was a long time ago. And we cannot compare a long time ago with this moment. If you compare all these people, even Ruto has been in the government. And now we have a problem. There are high living of standard. If Ruto meant well for the Kenyan citizen, then him and the President Uhuru Kenyatta, they have come together to ensure that our Kenyans are in a safe, and our Kenyans are not living in this such kind of living where we are perishing. So all these parties, they have their own weaknesses, and therefore we cannot now politicize Raila, being that he was now an MP of Kibera. He did his part during that time. We are in a different era. This is a new era that we cannot politicize it. And we know he has tried for president for a long time. He has been just snatched. But this time around, he will not be snatched. He must be the president.
And maybe I may ask, many also are saying that Raila is an engineer. And the biggest problem we have right now is economy. So many are asking, how can an engineer work on the economy of Kenya?
Thank you so much. You know, Brother Shep, what you will know is that even if I am a president, I will not work alone. I have people, I have advisors. Therefore, if Raila took the power, he will have advisors. He will have people who understand the economy of Kenya to come and advise. Yes. So you cannot tell me that I'm an engineer. I cannot lead Kenyans. I can lead so long as I am a democratic person. I can look other people. I come together, we consult, they advise, then Kenya moves on. You know, for example, my brother was saying that Raila and Ruto went outside. You know, Ruto used the taxpayers of our country, and that is why even now there is a hike in the price of other things, because there is no money. But Raila went with his own money, his own pocket, just to tell those people that we love you and we want the best from you guys. So on my side, all these parties have failed, but the only person that is at least is Raila.
Alright, my viewers, that is Jack. He says that as long as Raila is not going to lead it alone, always he will have somebody to back him. And that is good. Bwana Musyoka.
yes.
Yeah, the election is nearing, and they must have somebody to back them. That is their running mates.
Yes.
What do you think? What is your view on Kenya Kwanza? Where do you think it is the best place to take the running mate for?
As it is right now, the Kenya Kwanza team, from the beginning, they said that meaning we have already arranged ourselves. We know what we are going to do. We know where we are. We know where we are going. Remember, we unveiled our presidential candidate, who is Dr. William Ruto, some months ago, apart from the official unveiling of him. The people of Azimio, they just unveiled their presidential candidate, who is Raila Odinga, just days ago, or some weeks ago. But the issue is not about the running mate. The issue here is about who is to lead. You know, we as the Kenya Kwanza team, we just believe in leadership. Not the region, not anything else, but leadership, based on our economic model. Remember, the people of Azimio, they have no agenda. They have no agenda. The agenda is William Ruto, William Ruto, William Ruto. But we, the people, you can disagree with me, but whatever William Ruto is giving to the people is resonating to the crowd. The people have agreed that Kenya is indeed an awesome nation. You can see from the campaign rallies that William Ruto has been holding. Remember, a couple of days ago, the chairman of ODM, Honorable John Mbadi, was quoted on a TV, a national TV, saying that Raila Odinga can say anything and his words should not be taken. Imagine such a person whom his words cannot be taken. You want him to be a president of us, a president of the country, and his words should not be taken. Meaning that person is even worse to be a family leader.
I like your stand, but you are elevating from my question.
Yes.
I was asking about where do you think the right to learn limit can come from?
Yeah, your question, I think I've answered. It is only you who just pretending that you have not heard. In Kenya Kwanza team, the issue is not where the running mate will come from. But as things stand as now, we want a running mate from the Mount Kenya region.
Right. Bwana Jack, Kalonzo in Azimio. How does Kalonzo in Azimio? Do you think there is any setback for Kalonzo being in Azimio at the moment?
Thank you so much, Brother Chef, for that question. Let me start commenting on whatever my brother said. You know, Kenya Kwanza, they always do a lot of propaganda. And that is why even if you ask a question, you can't answer well. They believe in propaganda, and all they are saying around are all propaganda. You know, when Brother Chef, Ruto has been the deputy president of Kenya. And now, if you look at what they are saying, is that Raila is in the government. Raila is not in the government. That was a handshake to show that we are united people. Let us work together. That does not mean that Raila has the power to lead in the government. Therefore, Kenya Kwanza team cannot come here again and tell us that now they are the best, they can do better than whatever they have done. Now we are really perishing. We are living in a world that we don't know what is next. And if the person was in the government and still in the government and using the taxpayer of the ordinary people, the vehicle they are driving are the same vehicle of the government, and it is upon the taxpayer to give them even fuel. And these people are coming back telling us that is when they have seen hope, is when they are good, they want to form Kenya to be a Kenya, and yet you have been in the government. Coming to your question, brother, being that Kalonzo joined Azimio, remember before we had so many people who have joined Azimio, and therefore, if you look at the current trend, on the previous day when Kalonzo was Uko Ukumbani, he said that he is ready to take any position so long as Raila becomes the president. So, being that Kalonzo is there, from my side, he will just help us to get more votes. But any position, the positions are there. It is not a must that you must get the deputy. Yeah. So, in terms of deputy, it is not a must. Any position, even him, he has agreed that he will take any position. That's all I want to say.
So my question again was, do you see if there is any effect, any drawback, any setback about in Azimio as now? It is united in Kalonzo being in Azimio.
It is united. Yes, it is united.
And there is no any effect.
There is no any effect.
Okay. I think you had something.
Yeah, I have something to say. Remember, the coming of Kalonzo Musyoka to Azimio has little to no effect. Simply because, remember during 2013, they were in the court. Kalonzo was there with Raila. 2017, they were in the so-called NASA. Kalonzo was there with Raila. So, saying Kalonzo has brought more votes, it simply means nothing. Because he was there. Remember, they also had Wetangula, Mudavadi, and you cannot just tell us that 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. Remember, we had Kalonzo, we had Mudavadi, we had Raila, we had Moses Wetangula, the year 4. Now, Wetangula has left, Mudavadi has left. They are remaining with Kalonzo and Raila. Can that be more? Can less be more? You know the problem with these people of Azimio, they just argue from a point of view. I don't know what my brother understands by the term propaganda. In fact, they are the people who are spreading propaganda. If you read the Constitution of Kenya, the roles of the deputy president are clearly indicated that he is just an assistant of the president. He just acts on behalf of the president when the president is away. His duties are just delegated to him by the president. And remember, before the handshake deal, Kenya was at the path. But after the handshake deal, we have no opposition. Remember, what are the functions of the opposition? They act as the check for the government. But after the handshake, the opposition is dead. Raila just said that you are right, I am wrong.
Raila remain in opposition all the time.
So why do you want Raila to enter into the government through the back door? he should wait for elections, be elected, then enter to the government. Raila himself has a track record of losing. The only time that he won, and he did not win, it is when Kofi Annan had to come to Kenya, make them agree. The time of Kofi Annan, make them agree. Then Raila was just given a sympathy position, just out of sympathy. Just, my brother, have this, then settle. But remember, our DP, William Ruto, is so much determined such that he said that we cannot have the thing that they call Katenusu. It is either we have the whole of it or we don't have it.
Right. My viewers, just it is their opinion. We cannot elevate from them. But Raila is determined to enter in the government. Musyoka is saying it cannot happen that he goes through the back door. So he must use the right channel. Alright, that is it. Those are your views, and I like them.
And to add on that is that the party that comes number 2 officially becomes the opposition. So we cannot have a government without an opposition. So things in Kenya just went astray after Raila joined Ruto.
In fact, let me ask you one Jack. It is true that like you said, yes, Raila was in opposition, and Jack is arguing that do you want Raila to remain in opposition all the time? But then Jack, do you see any effect as for now when in Kenya we have no opposition?
Thank you so much. Let me first comment on this. But you know, these guys are talking too much like their boss. Their boss also talk too much. Brother Shen, you cannot tell me that if I am a deputy president, then my boss is the president. And yet, the same person, when in public, do say that every project that succeeded during their government, it is for him. And every project that failed during their government is for the president. Then, you are telling me here again that there is a clear difference in the constitution between the duties of the president and also the duties of the deputy president. Does it mean that all the deputy president is the one that runs all the activities that succeeded in that government? Because when you form a government, you are part and parcel of that government. So let the deputy president accept the failures of the Jubilee government, because it was part and parcel. So you can ask me the question.
I asked principal about, do you see, as for now we have no opposition in Kenya, do you see any effect?
Okay, that's a good question. You know, Brother Shem, Raila cannot remain opposition forever. People do say that he always do good when he's in opposition. Now let us give him power so that we see if he can do better. Because we believe that he can do better in an opposition, he can also do better than that when in government. Right. Therefore, if these people believe that when they're in opposition is when Raila can do better, no. When there was a handshake to tell you we have peace, therefore that is achievement. We have peace because that peace helps us to run our businesses, help us to do a lot, help us the economy to grow. But being that now they are telling us that Raila has joined the government, is now the deputy president. Now things are going higher, security prices are going higher because of the handshake. Why? You cannot tell me that when I do a handshake of peace, then the deputy president now is a feet away from the government that nani ameenda hapo kufanya handshake. That is wrong. If he believes in the unity of Kenya, then he should also say, I accepted that handshake, but let us work together, because he's saying that he's united the country. How can you say you are uniting the country at the same time you dislike the handshake?
Alright, that's Jack. He is arguing that maybe if Raila was doing all the best in the opposition, it is good. Maybe if we give him power, then we see what he will do. Okay, my guys, I think we may take a short break. Then. So, okay, my next question is about the security and peace of Kenyans. Last week we saw Raila in Iten. He found himself and his chopper in a hill of storms. And also another few days, around a few months ago, Ruto also faced the same condemn. Manager Jack,
Yes.
what is the source of this, and how do you think we can come out of this?
Okay. First, I can't continue by something has been spoken wrong. Let the brother not cheat us that the speaker commands millions of people. Speaker only commands the MPs.
Okay, you say someone is
the speaker.
I'm the one talking, my brother.
Okay,
Yes, my
let
dad.
us give us the right where you see the darkness there. Then we continue.
Okay, let me answer the question. Following what happened to Raila on my side, it is not good, and it shows that Kenyans, my brother, during that time, we shut up, and now we are youths who know what they want. We are learned youths. It is wrong for politicians to use us to go and do such a kind of thing. Even the one that happened in Condell, even though the one that happened to Raila was more worse as compared to the one that happened to Condell. Because you cannot take a stone and you throw it to a chopper. It is wrong. Assume that stone could have touched that music. It could have brought a lot of problem. So for us, I just do urge all our citizens, I do urge all our youths that let us deviate from such kinds of acts. We are learned guys, let us learn and let us not be used by politics. These politicians, after all they have used to you, they will just dump you. Instead of being used by the politician, let them also use their children. Because you are being used here while their children are enjoying somewhere else. So it is us as youths who are stupid on my side, according to me. Because I cannot allow the politician to come and tell me I'm going to give you 500 shillings. Go and do such a kind of things. It shows disrespect, and I tell the Kenya Kwanza, and again, Brother Shed, such kind of a thing is like it was planned. Because immediately after the occasion, you find the leader of Kenya Kwanza coming up and saying, we are sorry. You are sorry for what? It's like it was planned before. Remember what the leader for the South Kilon. So on my side, what I can say about it, it is something wrong. And us as youths, we should deviate from it.
Okay, Bonajaki is advising also you to deviate from those kind of actions. But my question, maybe Musoka, you can know,
Yes.
there are a lot of many insidious words being used by even our leaders. My question to Jack was, where do you see the source of this kind of insecurity and why?
Yeah, the reasons why we have this kind of insecurity. Politics in Kenya over the last several years have been conducted based on tribal lines. You may agree with me. That is the reason as to why when Ruto himself went to condemn, he was stoned. Remember, my brother here is arguing that stoning a chopper is worse than stoning a vehicle. Remember, all those are means of transport. They are owned by people, and in our case, they are owned by hustlers. Remember, a chopper is just owned by a dynasty person. When Ruto was stoned in Kodele, and not forgetting about Wajigi at Migori, they said nothing. Especially the government had no say about that. Until recently, when Raila was stoned in 10, that is when they started to condemn that. That is very bad thing. It is wrong. It is unethical. It is uncool, barbaric. But why did they not begin by condemning the acts which were done against our deputy president? Why did they not condemn the actions done against him?
So you can say maybe it is the government that is.
It is the government itself. Remember, they just want to take Raila as if he's God. God, small g. Remember, this guy is asking us if that stone will get Raila, it will be another story.
What if those stones which were being thrown at Cornell could get Ruto? Would it not be another story? So the people from Azimio, One Kenya Alliance, they should stop deeming themselves as so supernatural. We are all human beings. We should argue from the same point of view. Remember, our president, our deputy president, William Ruto, was once quoted saying that wana uhuru ondoka kwa seat, ondoka kwa siasa, tuachie ujamaa tumeendana naye. Remember, power is not got by staying at Nairobi, staying at hotels. Power is given by the people. That is the reason as to why we say Ruto is a godly person. From the biblical point of view, in the book of Isaiah, it tells us that let us come and reason together. Ruto is trespassing all the counties, reasoning together with the people. And that is the reason as to why Kenya Kwanza is winning. And is winning in a great margin. Not in the reality. They think that power is just got by sitting down, relaxing, and waiting for the deep state and the so-called belief.
Okay, Bwana Musyoka has thrown a very rhetorical question to every citizen. What if that stone also hit Bwana Ruto? Right. That is good. That is Rally, you have brought a very strong point also. It has been said that Ruto, you have said that one day Ruto said that mzee tuondokee tumenyane na huyu mzee. So also that brings another point and a view what has been said that Raila is a project. Yeah,
state project.
Bwana Jack, can you just react on that? Is Raila a project?
Brother Shami, where I said before, we are in the era of politics and where everything will be politicized. And the best thing the team ya Kenya Kwanza wanafanya is to politicize everything. Raila is not a project. Raila has been standing along all those duration. By the time sasa alikuwa project yana. So Raila is not a project. Yes, it's a project of the people of Kenya, but cannot be a project of Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta also has his right to support. Assume that Uhuru could have been supporting Ruto. Because they said that Ruto is a project of Uhuru.
Okay, before you continue, can you just answer this question? When during the era of Moi, when Moi was retired, what did he do? He just went and picked Uhuru from USA and said, huyu jamaa ndiye naona anaweza waongoza. What was that? Was Uhuru not a project by then? Was Uhuru not a project?
Brother Shah,
the people, remember, Raila has not begun politics today. Remember, by then, he was there saying that reject project. Are you together? Because Uhuru had been imposed by Daniel Moi. Now they are saying Raila is not a project, and we Kenyans of sound mind, we can see that Raila has just been imposed to us by the government of Kenya.
Bwana Jack, what can you say about it? What is this?
No, it is not a moderator to ask me a question. But the moderator to ask me a question. Therefore, if he asks me such a question, me too, I will answer him by asking him a question. Suppose Uhuru could have been supporting Ruto. Could have been a project of Uhuru or a project of the citizens.
Yes, it could have been a project of Uhuru. He could have been supporting me.
So it means in short.
Alright. Because of time, my guys, I think you are talking the fact, and it is good. Okay. What do you think the biggest problem right now, citizens are suffering is about food, all those kind of basic needs. So, yes. What do you think? What is not happening now?
Remember the problem I said that came in when Raila Odinga joined the government through the hardship. If Raila today was still in opposition, he would be championing for the food prices to go down, fuel to go down, and everything to go down. But now, how will he stand and condemn the acts of the government when he is still in the government itself? Through that, you cannot pretend.
Okay, Zoka is still blaming the failure of the opposition.
Brother Shah, not all the time you can condemn Raila. To some extent, we should condemn ourselves. For these people, they should condemn themselves. Now, if they are saying that Raila, the handshake, is what has brought to all these things, therefore, if they are not in the government, why can't they be opposition so that they do the best?
You know, you can you don't just take yourself to
You can
opposition.
No.
Opposition.
It is my time.
Yeah, you can talk.
Just give me time.
Brother Shem, the main problem is poor governance. And this poor governance has been brought by the two main cohorts, that is Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto. Because this was for their government. Therefore, when there is a high living standard, when there is a fuel increase, when the people of Kenya are not living in a comfort life, not living in a life that they expected, then it is the failure of Ruto and Uhuru. Not all the time you want Raila to oppose. Therefore, if they want Raila to oppose and they are saying that if Raila is now in the government, why can Ruto oppose so that things become well?
Okay. What Uhuru was saying the other day, after Raila joined the government and they started calling each other young, then he was saying that they have gone an extra mile in development. Yeah. He said that true?
That is true.
Okay. If they have gone that extra mile, then it means they are together right now, and then you are blaming the root of being and Uhuru being the failure of the government. How do you see
Brother Shan, let me tell you, when you are now elected and serving people, and I am your friend, I come and do a handshake with you, and we become together. I've been opposing you, and now we become together. It is still you who have the tools of power, not me. I don't have the tools of power. I can advise you, but I have no authority to use the tools of power to help Kenyans. He can advise Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta can come and ask, request that how can we do this and this. But still, the tools of power belong to those two guys, both Ruto and Uhuru, not Raila. Raila has no tools of power, so he can do nothing.
Alright, this has been a very big debate for another day. Because of time, we will just call it off at that point. So, my guys, just a few words for finalizing. You can tell your citizens what is your final words as we roll out.
Okay, as we wind up this show, what I can tell the citizens of Kenya, the youth, the editor, come 9 August 2022 this year. Come out in large numbers. Let us go and cast our votes to His Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto. And God willing, by that day, as my mentor William Samuel Ruto says, tutasafirisha huyu mzee asubuhi na mapema kabla ya saa 4 nyumbani kwake Mbondo aishi huko. Kwa hivyo nawatakia kila laheri, muzidi kutuunga mkono sisi kama Wanakenya kwanza. Thank you.
Right. Jack.
Thank you so much. First, allow me to thank you so much, brother, for involving or inviting me in the show. I want to encourage our youth that let us deviate from any kind of politics which may take us or which may lead us into problems. Let us be people who knows where they are going, and let us not be people who are not being used by the politicians. And let us stop using some words that already have been unaccepted, tunampeleka nyumbani. Hakuna mtu anampelekwa nyumbani. Sisi kama Azimio, the government is ours. We are going to take the government in the coming election, and we know we wish our Kenyans the best. So easy, let us suffer, but in the next government we will see.
Alright, my guys, we cannot fail to listen from you guys. I will call you the next time, and I think we will make everything better. Alright, my viewers, it was YK2, Youth for Kenya 2. This is the Source TV, and now the host has been me, Shem Mwanzo, Kitaka Mzee Kijana. Okay, just winding up, I have a word for citizens. For me, I think, talking about betrayal, the biggest betrayer is those politics who, after being voted and they reach into power, tend to forget about the roles they have to play upon the citizens.
That is the biggest betrayal. That it was, according to me, and this was the YK2 show from the Source TV.